Good evening, good afternoon, bonsoir, buenas noches to investors in North and South America. Ohio, gozaimasu. 안녕하세요, 各位早晨. Good morning to investors in Asia. Buenas noches, good night to investors in Europe and Africa. I'm Daniel Yu speaking from Hong Kong. It's 6th March here and 5th March in Wall Street. This time, I have 5 main points to talk about. Number 1 is market before FOMC meeting. Number 2, decoupling of China and US. Number 3, source of COVID-19. Number 4, Chat GPT response of universities. Number 5, TSM and chips. Subscribe, like, and share. Remember to click the bell, please. Watch our playlist again so as to grasp the continuous trend of the market and refresh your mind. The employment report of March is postponed from first Friday to second Friday, which is March the 10th, because February only has 28 days, thus need a few more days to work. Basically, the rise of interest rate in the coming FOMC meeting is 25 base points, but would not write off the chance of 50 base points. The awakening of hibernation on March 6 really brings about good news to stock market. Dow Jones reached the greatest support of 250 SMA, which is 32671. A doji song on March 1st at 32661 and closing price of March 2nd is 32665 with a rebound of 2 white candlesticks. Forest part of MACD is going to change from negative to positive, and %K and %D are going to intersection. It's the protective power of Jupiter and Venus in conjunction of the Moon. Venus is on the inner side and Jupiter is on outer side of the orbit of Earth. This can be observed both in all 3 major indices. The downtrend of DJIA is encompassed by 50 SMA and 250 SMA, S&P by 20 SMA and 100 SMA, NASDAQ by 20 SMA and 50 SMA together with 250 SMA, ready to break through the hibernation. The MACD of NASDAQ is even stronger than S&P. Basically, the situation is the same as last week, changing from Ursa minor pattern to Ursa major pattern. That is from bear market stage 3 to bull market stage 1. A lot of time to find suitable stocks to buy now. This is a period of treasure hunting. Better use chart analysis to find suitable stocks. Item number 2. Today is the day of awakening of hibernation. A giant is awakened. A lot of evidence shown that China is going to supply weapons to Russia. They are getting ready, may use the form of private enterprises or transferring to a third country before entering Russia. Formerly, China only used keyboard fighters to help Russia, but Russia disclosed the secret talks so as to give them pressure to take action faster. So in summer, there may be large-scale fighting. Please put a close eye on it. Item number 3. As Hong Kong turned down the mask order in early March, COVID-19 can be said to come to an end. It's the awakening of another era. The Energy Department and FBI said the source of COVID-19 is a leakage from laboratory from Wuhan, but not said whether it is intentional or negligence, and not said it comes from nature or artificial components. China at first said it was brought to Wuhan by Army Sportsman Event 2019. Later, keyboard fighters said it came from Mars, now from laboratory in US. However, China did not provide the original data of initial infections during investigation of WHO, so the source will forever remain a mystery. But if US found evidence and confirmed by Congress, they will take action no matter its fizzling of asset or asking for compensation. Thus, the Cold War may accelerate it, and together with the decoupling of item number 2, no one will know whether it will bring about a hot war. Anyway, a pandemic that caused 7 million deaths and 700 million infections around the world should track its source, no matter it's intentionally or unintentionally, or whatsoever location, so as to prevent the next outbreak. We'll have a 2-week seminar in Almaty of Kazakhstan next week, and our next seminar will be held in New York. We also have a daily report known as the US Stock Express for daily comments, and a Telegram group to release the latest news, as well as a series of 14 teaching videos with certain tests and homework to think so as not to be replaced by AI intelligence. For item number 4, the Wharton Business School of Pennsylvania University had a Chat GPT test. The robot passed in their MBA course. According to Financial Times, their MBA ranks #1 in the world. Warren Buffett is also a graduate of this school and also studied the Columbia Business School in New York, which said needs some time to figure out the best way of using. The Hong Kong University banned the use of Chat GPT, or else it will be treated as plagiarism, decoupling. However, the UST, that is the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, gives free rein for students to use it. But Chinese universities said they need the permission of tutors first. In Singapore, it is used as a calculator when people want to learn mathematics. In Taiwan, it is used as a self-learning tool. So better mind the related stocks. The hottest AI stocks are Google. Still have to wait for a certain time before awakening. NVDA already popped up after recommendation of this channel for several weeks. A little risky now. Better wait for refilling of the jumping gap. For Amazon, must be patient after purchasing, for it is far below the 250 SMA. For IBM, it is a little weaker and may need a longer time of waiting. It goes in accordance with NASDAQ and it's time to buy now. Item number 5. Warren Buffett is famous for earning enormous profit after several decades, but this time made a lot of fans surprised. He bought in TSM in November and sold them in February, just 3 months. A lot of investors asked, is TSM worthwhile to buy now? Shall we follow Warren Buffett to sell? Mind that his age is 92 and a lot of transactions are done by his assistants. And some people said including the SM of 4.1 billion US dollars. The reasons for the purchase is quite simple. Because Joe Biden wished to develop Arizona as another Silicon Valley, they don't want everything to be controlled by TSM in Taiwan. So if China really attacks Taiwan and their factories has moved to US, the loss will be minimized. But the Taiwan factories runs for 24 hours a day. This will never happen in the US. Taiwanese workers are more obedient and will try to finish the order as early as can be so as to get the bonus. But US workers are having a lot of opinions, and if the management does not accept it, would be considered not respecting them. Some Taiwanese are also afraid if the main production line shipped to Arizona, their Hsinchu headquarters would not need to exist. So we can see from the chart, it has a jumping gap in November, and after the further sanction on China, it rose and dropped but still higher than November, while the BRKB of Buffett just went horizontally. Now TSM also developed a factory in Kumamoto-kun of Japan, which also runs for 24 hours, and EU is in negotiation with them for development. Since the chance of China attacking Taiwan is higher and higher, would the TSM drop? If there are more and more overseas plants, the price should rise. For Arizona, it's only the first of 6 factories. TSM is still the largest contract chip maker in the world. The recent chip sanction also led to a shortage which provide a better outlook for TSM. Finally, please mind the speech of Jerome Powell in Senate on coming Tuesday and House on Wednesday. So again, subscribe, share and like. Sayonara, Auf Wiedersehen, adieu, bye bye. See you next week.